Hello, and welcome to Top Wonders of Nature. We all know that the rarest animal battles, in fights captured on camera, are an exciting world of unusual encounters. In confrontations in the wild, while watching these unique moments, we see expressions of strength, fight for survival, and excitement that make these battles especially memorable. Today, let's dive into this exciting animal world together and look at the predators and their prey in action. Let's go. This is a very popular video, with a cheetah attacking an antelope with a newborn cub at full speed. Using such an aggressive way of attack, the cheetah thought that the adult
against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
As you understand, it was obviously a very reckless act. The imputing buffalo was did not give up and tried to run, but soon its strength began to leave it. As you can see, it fell down, and this means nothing but death in the wild world. Soon other lions approached it, and the elephants did not come to the rescue. The unlucky deer went straight into the trap of a huge, hungry tiger when they were separated by only 15 meters. The moment of attack and chase began. At first, I really thought that the tiger was trying to shorten the distance and was about to catch its prey, but the deer turned out to be very fast and nimble, so it kept its high speed, and the tiger began to lag behind. Already on the rocks, the tiger realized that it would not be possible to catch up and began to slow down. Take a look at this arowana fish, which resembles a scaled-down copy of the huge Amazonian pirarucu. This fish also has an aggressive character in a very unusual way of hunting. During a flood, arowana can easily swim up to the leaves of trees, where delicious prey is already waiting for it. It eats various beetles and insects. The fish attacks and catches During the mating season, and the newcomer confidently steals dominance in this territory from the local male. Once in the backyard, this wild coyote was immediately attacked by two small, domestic dogs. The white dog seemed to believe in its skills, so it approached the predator and began to bark. The coyote could not forgive such impudence, so it quickly caught the dog and took it into the forest. And this is a similar moment. In this case, the white dog is attacked by a coyote right outside the house. But this poor creature was luckier, since its owner ran out to the noise and saved it from its deadly fangs. This is another pet with a leash. After getting bitten several times, it started barking, and it helped since the coyote got scared and ran away. In this video, the leopard came out right in front of the car on a rural road. The passengers immediately began filming such an unusual thing. But they managed to film a real hunt. This rabbit was running right at the leopard, but it managed to escape. I think the leopard will not miss this prey. This squirrel is having a lot of fun playing near some bush. Suddenly, a red-tailed hawk appears out of nowhere and hooks a squirrel with its claws. This attack cannot be called successful. Since the squirrel managed to escape after a short fight, it probably managed to bite the hawk, so it let go. This lioness managed to follow an attack alone. Wildebeest at a watering hole. This time, the lioness used a very interesting technique. This is a strangulation tactic when a predator blocks oxygen to its prey. But at some point, the wildcat realized that it did not work with the antelope and switched to its neck. The victory belongs to the lioness. This cat brought a mouse right to the house and started playing with it. But it couldn't play for long. The chicken had completely different plans for this mouse. The eagle circled over the frozen lake for a long time, choosing a target among several ducks. When the prey has been identified, the bird of prey attacks and at full speed crashes its claws into the duck. Holding it underwater, the eagle slowly dragged it to the shore, moving along the surface of the water with its wings. In the world of the African savanna, it often happens that babies somehow lag behind their herd, and for them, it is equivalent to death, because there are many predators roaming around. This small wildebeest calf got lost and just stood near a tree, not knowing where to move. This lioness approached it. As you can see, it was shocked at how lucky it was. Creeping up closer, it attacks, while the baby doesn't even understand what happened. Is alligator, given that they both share the same habitats. For the most part, the chances that pythons and alligators are going to end up going toe-to-toe eventually are pretty high. This particular fight took place in the Florida Everglades when a Burmese python and an American alligator found themselves face to face. Alligators are known for eating juvenile pythons and even most fully grown snakes. That being said, Burmese pythons have begun to take hold in Florida, and the invasive species can easily reach lengths of over 20 feet, especially when they have an abundance of food. That sums up the Everglades perfectly. And massive. Pythons are now relatively commonplace in the area. That means that more and more fights like this are bound to happen. It's unclear what animal started this particular fight, but it definitely looks like the gator has the upper hand to begin with. That being said, after the snake strikes, it lifts a large portion of its body out of the water, showing its impressive size. The gator manages to grab the snake in its jaws, but the rest of the snake is still free to move around, causing a lot of problems for the gator. The two sparred for hours, until they were both left exhausted by the ordeal. The gator eventually allows the python to retreat, unable to hold on to it any longer. Stalemate is actually a relatively regular occurrence. when these creatures are evenly matched, as they were in this particular video. Number 9. Python versus leopard. Pythons are definitely top predators, and they can easily hold their own against plenty of other animals. In Kruger National Park in South Africa, one cameraman managed to capture a fight between a mother leopard and a rock python. The fight began when the leopard's cub almost became a meal for the large snake. The leopard managed to get the python to show itself and prepare for a fight. The snake lunges at the leopard first, prompting the large cat to jump back, just in time to avoid being bitten in the face, then goes back into the brush, eventually pulling the snake right out into the open. They spar for a bit, and neither animal looks like it's willing to back down. With the two exchanging blow after blow, a snake keeps trying to get back to cover and hide itself in some bushes, so that it can attack from a relative safe spot. But the leopard isn't ready to let it get away. Eventually, to get the snake to release it, the python uses this opportunity to slither away, ending the fight even though there was no clear winner. The two animals really had a solid go at each other, and we're willing to bet that they both ended up fairly bruised and battered during their fight. Number 8. Raccoon versus raccoon. This next video features a couple of raccoons doing what raccoons do, which is getting into trouble. One raccoon can be seen hanging out in front of a camera that was left outside. It's unclear whether the raccoon was attracted to the camera or not, but it seems to pay the camera very little attention. While the raccoon is initially pretty cool, calm and collected, all hell breaks loose when another raccoon shows up on the scene. The two almost immediately start viciously attacking each other, making a ton of noise at the same time. They don't go easy on each other at all, repeatedly attacking each other. After each attack, they jump back a bit to give each other some space before diving right back into the fight moments later. The noises that they make are pretty wild, and both animals seem to be fairly evenly matched. Right off the bat, eventually, one manages to assert its dominance, circling the weaker raccoon, as it rarely watches in a submissive position. Just when it looks like the fight is over, the larger one leaps at the smaller one again, dragging it off screen before chasing it away for good. Number 7. Mongoose versus cobra. Mongooses are big fans of eating cobras, and they're perfectly adapted to taking on the poisonous snakes. One bite from a cobra could easily kill a mongoose, and the two are considered to be bitter rivals of each other. This particular fight sees the mongoose almost being struck by the snake a number of times, but it's able to narrowly avoid being bitten repeatedly. It looks like the mongoose is poised to win the fight, until the cobra manages to land a hit, chasing the mongoose away. Number 6. Python versus panther. Pythons seem to be constantly duking it out with other dangerous predators, considering the fact that 3 of them managed to make today's list. This one ended up taking on a panther in the Florida Everglades. They've been causing a ridiculous amount of trouble in the area since they were accidentally introduced, and it's clear that they're not going anywhere anytime soon. The size of adults means that they can defend themselves against attacks from other apex predators, putting them pretty much on the top of the food chain. This python actively chased down a panther after it disturbed the large snake, hoping to make a meal of it. The python wasn't having any of that, effectively chasing the panther away and ensuring that it wasn't likely to come back for more anytime soon. Number 5. Lion versus lion. Lions can be vicious creatures, and when 2 lions fight for territorial dominance, it can easily leave one or both of them severely injured or even dead. This lion fight was between 2 males, and they can be seen beating the absolute hell out of each other. During their scrap, once one was subdued, a 3rd lion jumped in to help out, pinning the opposing lion. Once sufficiently injured, it gave up and the two victors left it alone. Unfortunately, a couple of buffalo decided to capitalize on the rare moment, having a go at the loser by trying to spear it with their horns. The lion paws at them, chasing them away, but it's clear that he's definitely in a lot of pain. At this point, number 4. Man versus kangaroo. An Australian man's dog was attacked by a kangaroo. He jumped in to defend it, punching the offending roo right in the face. The kangaroo had his dog in a headlock, prompting the guy to run over without missing a beat. The kangaroo holds onto the dog for another few seconds before dropping it and squaring up with the guy, who also adopts a fighting stance. The two look very much like a pair of professional boxers. During their bout, kangaroos are no joke, and he could have easily found himself injured if the kangaroo had caught him with a kick. Luckily, the punch to the face shocked the kangaroo into submission, allowing the man and his dog to calmly walk away. Number 3. Lion versus buffalo. When most people imagine a pack of lions hunting a buffalo, they assume that the lions would have an easy time taking down their prize. Buffalo, however, are able to hold their own thanks to their massive horns that they can use to keep their attackers at bay. If a lion makes one wrong move, it can find itself impaled on the horns, which usually ends up being a death sentence. Out in the wild, this means that even a large group of lions needs to approach a buffalo with caution, working as a team to minimize the chance of injury and maximize their chances of taking their prey down quickly and efficiently. One video shows a buffalo trying to fend off a pride of lions, intent on turning it into their lunch. It kicks, spins, and thrusts its horns at the lions, one by one as they attack, but they're eventually able to overwhelm their victim, piling on top of the buffalo to keep it from moving. One buffalo's bad luck is another buffalo's lucky break, however, and when the lion turns their attention to one buffalo in particular, it gives the rest of the herd a chance to escape. That doesn't mean that they're totally in the clear, but it does give them a chance to rest up before the next time they have to fight for their lives. Number 2. Hedgehog versus viper. If you thought a hedgehog was nothing more than a cute, cuddly creature that's unable to properly defend itself against predators, then you're in for a real treat today. We never would have expected that a hedgehog could take on a snake and live to see another day. But we've been proven wrong by this video, which shows a hedgehog doing just that, fighting a viper that was threatening it. Sure, hedgehogs are covered with needles, which can easily pierce any attacker, but the energy that this hedgehog was able to channel when it was caught fighting the viper is downright impressive. A nocturnal hunter, it ends up surprising a deadly viper that was also hunting under the shadow of darkness. The hedgehog seems far too interested in the viper, seemingly hoping to turn it into a meal. The viper is understandably not too happy about this decision and decides to fight back. The result is a showdown that ends rather abruptly. Due to a slight miscalculation on the snake's part, the viper finally gets fed up with the hedgehog, lunging at it in an attempt to scare off the curious creature. Instead of achieving its goal, the viper unwittingly gives the hedgehog the perfect opportunity to strike back. One bite is all it takes for the hedgehog to subdue and kill the snake, allowing it to kick back, relax, and enjoy a well-earned meal. Number 1. Orcas versus shark. Sure, orcas are whales, but they aren't called killer whales for no reason. These animals are ferocious predators that routinely take on other large aquatic predators. They like to hunt in packs, with groups of orcas being commonly referred to as pods. One pond of killer whales was caught on camera off the coast of Costa Rica as they hunted down and killed a tiger shark. Tiger sharks are some of the most feared creatures in the ocean, and they're known to be very aggressive. They have been known to attack people and are a real worry for surfers and fishermen alike. Still, this shark was no match for A group of 3 massive killer whales that targeted as prey the orcas were able to effectively work as a single unit, forcing the shark to the surface to help them attack it more efficiently. The killer whales bite the tiger shark repeatedly, catching its fins and wearing it down bit by bit. When the tiger shark seems sufficiently tired, a huge male orca swims up to take the tiger shark out, once and for all, flips the exhausted shark onto its back, which completely immobilizes the shark. This trick is known to induce temporary paralysis in sharks, and it's amazing that orcas have learned to use it effectively. When the stunned shark is left unable to move, the rest of the pod then swoops in and begins tearing the unlucky shark to pieces, strip its flesh off right down to the bone, filling themselves up before eventually swimming away. And that's 10 craziest animal fights caught on camera. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now. Lion versus crocodile in the Kenyan wild. One of the world's most ancient predators goes head to head versus a lion. They're fighting over an elephant carcass. And at first, the battle seems fair, until the lion's comrades join in, at which point the crocodile no longer has a chance, but he continues to fight, taking bites at the lion pack. Unfortunately for him, though, in the end, he's no match. In this 3-versus-1 battle, the lions win and claim the elephant carcass for themselves. Snake versus bunny. Don't feel bad for the bunny just yet, as this fight doesn't go the way you probably assume. The bunny grabs onto the snake, kicking it viciously, eventually forcing it to flee in terror. The bunny goes aggressive, biting at the back of the snake as it tries to run away. And eventually, the bunny is victorious. Giraffe versus lion. In this insane fight somewhere in the plains of Africa, the lion jumps up to bite at the giraffe's neck, but the giraffe body slams the lion in the chest, pummeling it to the ground, and then kicking it repeatedly, not letting the lion recover. In the end, the giraffe proves victorious. Cobra versus mongoose. This hungry snake is on the hunt for food, but he stumbles into the wrong home. The mongoose sneaks up on the snake and bites it in the head, but that's far from the end of the battle, as the snake wraps up the mongoose, trying to crush it, but in the end, the mongoose wins, saving it for kids. Shark versus octopus. This unfortunate lone shark is swimming through the peaceful ocean when an octopus disguises coral grabs it from underneath and starts to wrestle the life from its body. The shark tries to fight back, but there's not much you can do, as the octopus already has a firm grip. Lion versus buffalo in this crazy South African battle. A pack of lions is trying to take down a lone buffalo, but then the buffalo has a few friends show up. One of them flings a lion straight into the sky, saving the other buffalo's life. In the end, all the animals walk away unhurt, and in my book, that's a win for the buffalo. Badger versus fox. One of the most heartbreaking fights on this list. This badger in Yellowstone National Park encroached on a mama fox's land. Trying to eat her kids, the fox battled ferociously, trying to get the badger out of her hole. But in the end, the badger won and both of the mama fox's kids die. Leopard versus lion. This fight begins with a leopard sleeping peacefully, unaware that a lion's about to attack him. This would be a rude awakening. The lion viciously charges the leopard. The leopard jumps up unaware of what's going on, and then quickly realizes he's in grave danger. Luckily for the leopard, its reflexes are fast enough, and it jumps up and is able to escape, eventually hiding in a tree. Snake versus crocodile in the Australian outback. A big snake runs into a croc, and they get into a fight. The crocodile bites down on the snake, trying to kill it, but in the end, the snake wraps around the crocodile And in a fight that lasts hours, the snake comes out victorious. Iguana versus iguana. Some of the most vicious fights are between a species' own kind, as they're the most fair. This fight between an iguana and iguana proves just that. As they fight tooth and claw, people continue to drive past, ignoring the iguanas locked in fierce combat, until one iguana eventually flees. Lion versus bison. The lion is on the hunt, trying to steal the bison's young calf. But in the wild, prey fight back, and the bison's unwilling to let the lion take her kid. Cutting them off, she continually fights the lion, until eventually the lion runs away. Crocodile versus wild boar. A crocodile slowly approaches a family of wild boar as they drink at a watering hole, hoping to snatch one of the unsuspecting piglets. But as he goes in for the attack, the adult boar retaliate, trying to protect their piglets against the crocodile. And eventually, the crocodile is forced to retreat. Eagle versus fox. Normally, eagles hunt smaller prey, but today the fox is on the run. As this giant eagle swoops down to try and take it out, the fox tries its best to fight back. But eventually, the eagle gets the upper hand, sinking its sharp claws into the fox's soft fur and wrestling the poor fox to the ground. Squirrel versus cobra versus mongoose. This fight begins with a brave squirrel who thinks himself a cobra killer. The squirrel, mustering up some unseen confidence, decides to attack the cobra. But then the squirrel gets attacked by a blade of grass, freaks out and runs away, luckily for the squirrel. However, a mongoose appears, the resident snake killer, who also decides to take a go at the cobra. The cobra is not having any of it though, and wants nothing more than to take out his new opponent. The mongoose slowly circles the cobra, looking for a break in the cobra's defenses. But the cobra knows what he's doing, and as soon as the mongoose goes in for an attack, the cobra retaliates. This isn't the mongoose's first fight either though, and when the cobra goes in for a bite, the mongoose pulls off a matrix-like defensive maneuver to dodge the snake's attack. The mongoose then goes for one final ill-timed attack, and when he does, the cobra bites him right in the mouth, forcing the mongoose to flee. The lucky snake is victorious, having just fended off two separate opponents. Let me know in the comments which fight surprised you the most. And if you guys enjoyed this video, I would much appreciate if you left the thumbs up. Feel free to click any of the videos on the screen right now and subscribe for a new top 10. Every Friday and Tuesday, my name is Jake. This is Jake Sufton, and this has been the 14 craziest wild animal fights caught on camera.
Turn off. eso. Sácale una espina ahí, sácale una espina. Ahí, sácale la espina, ¿qué tiene? Espina nomás, coge. Espina, espina, sácalo. Oye, para pasar, ¿sabes si esa flecha?
Wow, man, it is a huge monster, dude. Check it out.
Sácale otra espina. Qué juegan.
Wow. Check it out, man.
Mira, güey. Saca, tira, está de nuevo. Un mouse.